History is a flow, yet it always has a beginning. A good beginning from wisdom and humanity will promise a bright future, and Vimedimex Group has such a beginning. Knowledge economy is an economy relying on knowledge as the main driving force for the growth and development of enterprises. But in the knowledge economy, science and knowledge become the direct production force, a factor more important than capital. Put simply, knowledge economy is an economy that mainly develops on the basis of knowledge, which accounts for a large proportion in the product value of an enterprise. For a business, capital is not everything. It is a necessary condition, but not sufficient. Those without capital can still be successful in business if they have the will, energy, and deep knowledge of a certain field, combined with spirit and determination. In the early 1980s, when our country's economy began to open up, Vimedimex identified knowledge as the core of its development and began writing the first chapters of its story as it pursues the mission to help improve the quality of life of Vietnamese people. As the economy shifted from a plan to a market economy, Vimedimex continued to define knowledge, intelligence, and ambition as the core to build itself into the Vimedimex Group today. 33 years is thought to be a long period of time. Yet when we work tirelessly through the ups and downs of the wheels of life, one day we realize that 33 years have quickly passed us by. From a young company, Vimedimex has gone through its highs and lows, reforms, restructuring, expansion, and development with problems that seem impossible to solve. And today, it has become stronger, faster than the group's initial plan. Growing in the context of the global economic crisis and declining confidence in the Vietnamese businesses, it is the core value of human, considering people the intellectual foundation and the central resource for development, connection, sharing the value of success, creating sustainable development associated with dynamic business environment, and high responsibility to the community that focuses each member of the Vimedimex Group on building the root of knowledge, skill, ambition, and dream for ourselves. Self-confidence must be accompanied by the determination to train ourselves and to improve professional skills. Previous generations do not hesitate to share their knowledge with the next, not only to help them complete their work, but also to pass on the enthusiasm and train them for the future. Without resolve and responsibility, Vimedimex Group could not have overcome challenges to achieve today's success. We believe that greatness always starts from simple things. Noble goals are realized through our specific businesses, including finance, pharmaceuticals, healthcare, and real estate. Following the integration into the global economy, in 2008, realizing the absence of professional financial service providers despite enormous interest in financial investments from individuals and businesses, with 16 years of experience working at the Bank for Investment and Development of Vietnam, Dr. Nguyễn Thị Loan decided to step into the market and establish Hòa Bình Securities Joint Stock Company on the 29th of February 2008 with 35 employees, serving in 3 businesses: securities investment consultancy, corporate finance consultancy, and underwriting of securities. This is a historic turning point for a person leaving the state sector to enter the market. Each difficulty and challenge is matched with a plan, hope, and expectations. And in fact, the past 10 years, though difficult and challenging, has been very emotional, because HBS not only held steady in rising tides in turbulent times to reach a safe harbor, but also achieved impressive results. It is recognized as one of the most prestigious securities companies, continuously ranked among the top 10 brokerage with largest market shares in Vietnam. Most notably, HBS has not only been active in the field of securities investment, it has made a number of milestones in the M&A advisory business directly related to Vimedimex Group, such as becoming a strategic shareholder of Vimedimex Pharmaceutical Joint Stock Company in August 2008, buying the first floor of CT3 Meiji building with an area of 3,500 square meters to be the headquarters of VMD in Hanoi, advising HBS in partnering with VMD to invest in the construction of the headquarters at 246 Cống Quỳnh in March 2009, listing Vimedimex on Ho Chi Minh Stock Exchange, and consulting Vimedimex Group in many real estate deals, advising the purchase of Young Generation Company to build Vimedimex Group's headquarters at 46/48 Ba Triệu in May 2011, acquiring a pharmaceutical factory in Từ Sơn, Bắc Ninh, and packaging factory in Kilometer 3 of Thực Nghiệm Commune, Bắc Ninh City. Now the office and manufacturing plant of Vimedimex 2 Pharmaceutical Joint Stock Company. Over the past 10 years of operation, starting from a young securities company, HBS then expands into the field of pharmaceutical business, health, and real estate. HBS' fantastic accomplishments in corporate finance and business consultancy have established its brand's prestige in the market, making it a significant piece in the success story of Vimedimex Pharmaceutical Group. Vimedimex Group, formerly known as Vimedimex Pharma JSC, established in 1984, was the first pharmaceutical import and export company in Vietnam. Over the past 33 years, Vimedimex has now grown into one of the largest importers and distributors of medicines, pharmaceuticals, medical equipment, and materials in Vietnam. As the leading pharmaceutical company in Vietnam, Vimedimex Group holds 25% of pharmaceutical market share in the country, continuously ranked in the top 5 largest enterprises in Vietnam, top 100 WTO integration brands, and top 50 prestigious brands. Vimedimex Group has developed an extensive distribution network across Vietnam. With the motto, "Product quality is the dignity of enterprise," over the past 3 decades, different generations of Vimedimex staff have together created and maintained the prestige of Vimedimex brand, turning it into a prestigious partner of many pharmaceutical companies and groups in the country and worldwide. Success and experience gained from the pharmaceutical business is the premise for Vimedimex expansion of activities in 2014 into the field of pharmaceutical research and production in Tiên Sơn Industrial Park, Bắc Ninh Province. The factory meets GMP WHO standard, is being upgraded to EU standard and equipped with modern synchronous machinery run by highly qualified pharmacists. Currently, Vimedimex 2 is producing such products as Linton Fort, Vimeflex, Visomex, and Carbotex. Regarding healthcare, as the leading pharmaceutical company in the field of trade and services, Vimedimex Group never sleeps in victory. In 2012, we entered the field of healthcare through socialization, affiliating with the National Lung Hospital to establish the High-Tech Center of Lung Cancer Radiotherapy Treatment and High-Tech On-Demand Treatment Center. In 2012, implementing the policy of the government and the Ministry of Health on socialization program in the health sector, Vimedimex Pharmaceutical Group affiliated with the National Lung Hospital to establish the High-Tech Center of Lung Cancer Radiotherapy Treatment, or CLRT, in the form of socialization. Equipped with the state-of-the-art systems from Siemens to treat lung cancer with linear accelerator technology for radiation therapy with a total investment of $40 billion. The launch of the High-Tech Center of Lung Cancer Radiotherapy Treatment provides lung cancer patients with a full range of comprehensive techniques that helps ease the pain and burden of disease and prolong their lives, while sharing financial difficulties with the hospital, the health sector, and benefiting society as a whole. In the situation of overcrowded public hospitals, patients who have need for high-quality inpatient treatment must come to non-specialized clinics for medical checks and treatment. Treatment is thus ineffective, costly, and troublesome for patients. Following the success of High-Tech Center of Lung Cancer Radiotherapy Treatment, in 2015, Vimedimex Group and the National Lung Hospital continue to cooperate in building the High-Tech On-Demand Treatment Center. with a desire to meet the increasing demand for medical care and treatment, reduce the anxiety and fatigue of patients, concurrently share financial difficulties with the hospital and the state, and contribute to integrating the country's health sector with that of the region and the world. With a total investment of over 110 billion Vietnam dong, the high-tech on-demand treatment center is updated with the most advanced technology in the region and the world, equipped with synchronous and systematic equipment, provides effective support to doctors in the examination, diagnosis, treatment, and follow-up after treatment with 120 rooms for inpatient treatment scaled to international standards, and high-tech functional areas including surgery area, sleep disorder treatment area with Sapphire PSG system, exploration and rehabilitation area, hyperbaric oxygen therapy area, and more. Particularly, the high-tech on-demand treatment center is specialized in the treatment of internal and external respiratory diseases and is the leading high-tech center in the country for treatment and care of patients with respiratory diseases. Vimedimex, a real estate brand of Vimedimex Pharmaceutical Group, was established in 2014 as a continuation of its success in the field of pharmaceuticals, healthcare, finance, and especially the experience gained from operating, managing, and leasing offices. This is a step of development in the long-term orientation of Vimedimex Group, continuing to find new directions, new products, and services. Improving the quality of life also means contribution to improving the status of the Vietnamese people. With Vimedimex Group puts a lot of enthusiasm and expectations into providing customers with high-quality housing products and building the image, reputation, and brand of Vimedimex in the community as we have done during the past 33 years in the pharmaceutical and medical fields. That is because health is the most valuable asset of human. Financial security is a guarantee of the future. Peaceful habitation for the family is a prerequisite for a happy life and longevity. Vimedimex contains in its name the long-term development thought and orientation of Vimedimex Pharmaceutical Group. The word Vime, from the name of the parent company combined with the word Folan, affirms that Vimedimex Group's reputation in many years will continue on a land of happiness, prosperity, and peacefulness. The Vimedimex logo is a harmonious combination of three elements: heaven, earth, human. The square symbolizes land, houses with four solid, symmetrical sides, expressing the desire to build peaceful and sustainable habitation for individuals and communities. The image of the sun shining and the bamboo standing in the dawn in the middle of the symbol represents the intense vitality and abundant energy in the happy land of Vimedimex. The letter V is stylized as the square corner between the words Vime and Folan to emphasize the unique values inherited from Vimedimex Group, acting as a connection between the present and the future. Capitalized letters gives the feeling of solidity, affirmation, strength, clearly defined strokes in harmony with the suggestive symbol. Bold letters reflect the honesty and innovativeness of the brand, while sharp letters express closeness with nature, the environment, and priorities given to health and quality life. The warm colors, dark red and brownish yellow, are harmoniously and perfectly combined with the symbol to convey the message of energy, vitality of nature, and people in the happy land of Vimedimex. While shaping the dream of Vimedimex during their business trips, Vimedimex Group leaders spend much time exploring the cities in the world, seeing the architecture of different streets, observing life across countries, and realize the happiest place is not the bustling city with skyscrapers, but a place full of vitality, close to the green, fresh nature, where full smiles spread across the face of its residents. For this reason, Vimedimex has chosen French neoclassical architecture as France is a cradle that preserves classical architecture and also gives rise to new, unique, and impressive architectural style. French architecture inherits the beauty of classical Greco-Roman architecture, the root of European architecture. The history of the world architecture in general and of European architecture in particular has left clear marks on each stage of development of French architecture. It could be said that French architecture inherits the essence of human architecture, but also from France, many typical architecture styles have been formed and spread throughout Europe, such as the Roman, Gothic, Rococo architectural style. The French architects are also leaders in creating new architectural forms on the basis of combining classical Greco-Roman values with French cultural identity, as well as with the imprints and breadth of the times to create their own architectural works and styles. It is not wrong to say that European architecture in the Middle Ages is imbued with the spirit of French culture, a culture that is both dynamic and creative, pragmatic, yet retains its exquisite, charming beauty and grandiosity, which is a characteristic feature of the classic Western architecture. Vimedimex has used the exquisite, charming beauty to create a series of duplex villas, single villas, row houses, apartments, office towers, and resorts, with the long-lasting beauty of French neoclassical architecture. What makes the position of a group over 33 years on the market is not only its experience or financial strength, but also its determination and consensus built up and transmitted through generations of Vimedimex Group. As a developer of real estate projects, Vimedimex is responsible for overall strategic planning, from research of customer needs to development of product concept, completion of legal procedures, design, construction, management, operation, and serving clients in different segments with different financial needs and capabilities. After nearly 4 years of setting up foundation, as of 31st December 2017, the number of projects developed by Vimedimex has reached 58 projects with a total area of 1,392 hectares, providing a wide range of products, including 40,903 apartments and 17,221 row houses, garden villas at the most developed areas of Hanoi capital, and one resort project in Da Nang City. Then the project in the north of Hanoi with 52.2 hectares, providing 13,349 apartments and 7,725 villas and row houses. Finally, are the projects in the east and south of Hanoi. Vimedimex is carrying out many projects with total areas of 71.4 hectares and 38.16 hectares respectively. In both areas, there will be 10,598 apartments and 1,678 villas or row houses for future residence option. In addition, it is impossible not to mention Vimedimex branded product, the Palladium Maui Resort project in Da Nang City. The resort is constructed on an area of over 90 hectares. 30 hectares of the first stage is located to the northeast, 10 kilometers from the city center, 15 kilometers from Da Nang International Airport. With the goal to preserve as much natural resources as possible, provide customers with peaceful space and perfect relaxation, construction area accounts for 10% of Palladium Maui Resort. On this area of 30 hectares, there are 86 villas, 56 luxury hotel rooms, and 10 bungalows bordering the sea in the style of classical European castle architecture. Aiming for total aesthetic and functional perfection with elegant, romantic architecture and flexibility and usefulness, the Vimedimex branded apartments, villas, and row houses follow one consistent architectural form, the long-lasting neoclassical architectural style of France. With 8-year experience in the business of office buildings for rent, 4-year research and preparation to enlist in the field of real estate, The rookie Vimedimex is taking steady steps forward after 1 year of entering the real estate market, consolidating its position and strengthening its determination to build a sustainable real estate brand through the official handover of the first project, Belleville, Hanoi, after 11 months of construction. Successful transaction of more than 600 apartments for the Emerald project after 3 months of opening sale. Successful transaction of 70 eco-villas 1 month after launching the third project, the Eden Rose, and launching of 2 projects, Athena Follen and Iris Garden in January 2018. Initial result of such a latecomer real estate brand as Vimedimex is a feat. But such an achievement is not hard to account for, since at the time of its formation, Vimedimex has chosen a different path, pioneering the development of eco-friendly green property in the heart of the city, with a business philosophy of full heart, full prestige in our products. Vimedimex does not focus only on revenue and profit, but desires to become the #1 real estate brand in the heart of customers. Established when real estate market is a red ocean with fierce competition, but Vimedimex is not rushed to build and to sell quickly to earn profit, because Vimedimex embraces the vision of a long-lasting real estate brand, a brand that will create the lands full of life, humanity, prosperity, not only for customers, but for itself and generations to come. Each member of Vimedimex is burning with such aspirations for many years to come. Whenever we pass by the projects we built today, we can proudly say that Vimedimex is the brand that developed these lands. Vimedimex Group has obtained encouraging achievements. Our growth is loudly voiced in the numbers. The average growth rate is 30% per year. Total assets by 2017 increased by 3.5 times against 2012. Total assets reached 20,649 billion dong. Revenue is 15,591 billion dong, contributing 1,783.6 billion dong to the state budget. In real estate business, Vimedimex acts as project development unit for real estate developers. In 2015 and 2016, the unit paid 163 billion dong and 219.2 billion dong respectively in tax. In 2017, the turnover reached 1,778.6 billion dong and the unit paid 721.6 billion dong in tax. In today's trend of integration and technological innovation, patients have more power to make decisions on where to get treatment or to buy medicines. Pharmacies have thus become mere intermediaries for people to choose. In such a situation, the credibility of a company and the value of its brand are the strongest base to earn patients' trust. This truth serves as a guide for Vimedimex Group's business development strategy in the next 10 years from 2018 to 2027, as well as our business plan for the next 5 years from 2018 to 2022. First, Vimedimex Group aims to be one of the top 10 best hospitals in Hanoi. Vimedimex has collaborated with St. Paul's Hospital to build a state-of-the-art 550-bed general hospital with 51 departments and 41 function rooms on an area of 27,000 square meters at Thanh Chi, Hoàng Mai, Hanoi. The total investment for this project is 700 billion Vietnam dong, scheduled to be completed from 2018 to 2022. In addition, in order to connect local and central-level healthcare network, Vimedimex Group will invest in family clinics that can provide preventive and primary care both in the facilities and at patients' homes. This will be the transfer system in the family healthcare network. It is the first line in the transfer network for medical examination and treatment, responsible for referring and transferring patients to joint name hospital for care and treatment. The total investment in these facilities is estimated at 200 billion Vietnam dong to be completed between 2022 and 2027. Second, Vimedimex Group will continue to be the leader in the distribution of medicine and medical equipment in Vietnam, and one of the top 10 pharmaceutical manufacturers in Vietnam that meet EU standards. Vimedimex Group will invest in a German-verified EU standard manufacturing plant that houses 3 production lines of intravenous medication, pills, and high-tech medical products. The group will invest in the production of patent drugs for cancer, diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases, as well as newly invented drugs with exclusive production right. Clearly, as the pharmaceutical market in Vietnam continues to experience profound segmentation, stepping up research and delivering to the market high-quality, reasonably priced drugs made in Vietnam that can compete with imported medicine will be Vimedimex Group's top priority. Investing in high-tech cancer drugs, from pills that assist with diagnostics to smart inhalers that measure and record drug dosing, are examples of our push for advanced products that go beyond the drug. With the deployment of its new high-tech product line, Vimedimex Group hopes to increase not only its own credibility, but also that of the Vietnamese pharmaceutical industry, so that it can compete with pharmaceutical companies worldwide. That way, we'll further strengthen Vimedimex Group's position in the Vietnamese market and step by step realize the dream of becoming a known brand across Southeast Asia. In this process, the group also hopes to help reduce treatment costs for patients with severe illness. That's our commitment to community health and happiness, an integral part of Vimedimex Group's business philosophy. The group will also develop a distribution network through pharmacy supermarkets in Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, and Level 1 distribution agents at provinces and cities, and Level 2 agents at districts, as well as direct sales to patients. The total investment in this second strategy is estimated at 1 trillion Vietnam dong to be completed between 2018 to 2025. Third, Vimedimex will aim beyond numbers like revenue and profit, but instead become the #1 real estate brand in customers' mind. In the next 10 years, from 2018 to 2027, Vimedimex will continue to develop and deliver to the market 50 projects with a diverse range of products, including 35,000 apartments and 15,000 shop houses and villas located in the most dynamic and prosperous areas of Hanoi. Fourth, Vimedimex sets out clear projections for its business in the 5 years from 2018 to 2022. In 2017, revenue was 16,337 billion Vietnam dong. Tax payment was 1,783.6 billion. Total asset was 25,338 billion, and after-tax profit 529 billion. By the end of 2022, revenue is expected to reach 55,072 billion at a 22% annual growth rate. Tax payment will be 3,483 billion. Aggregated tax payments over the next 5 years will be 22 trillion, marking a 35% annual growth rate. After-tax profit in 2022 will be 5,967 billion at a 37% growth rate, and total assets will reach 40,390 billion, growing 30% annually. Vimedimex Group has grown a lot in stature, size, knowledge, experience, to material resources and staff. Vimedimex Group brand has grown far and wide in the domestic and international market. Today, Vimedimex Group has been recognized as one of the leading pharmaceutical brands in Vietnam. Vimedimex is on its way to become the #1 real estate brand in the heart of customers. And perhaps in daily life, everyone must face gains and losses, good and bad reputation, praise and reprimands, happiness and suffering. In such moments, one thing we can always do is to keep calm. Thus, Vimedimex Group understands that it is impossible to define ourselves by what happens outside of us. But from the changes we make, Vimedimex Group do not define ourselves by the difficulties in life, but by our bravery to find new paths. Vimedimex Group do not define ourselves by sadness, anxiety experienced, but by tolerance and confidence accumulated over time. And the answer from Vimedimex Group is dare to change. To not dare to change is to deny your own opportunity. To not dare to think different is to leave yourself behind. We want to keep the only thing unchanged, which is knowledge, wisdom, and great aspiration to contribute to society, community, and raising the position of Vietnamese people. With the past 33 years heading toward its 40-year anniversary, Vimedimex Group will grow up in terms of assets, turnover, highly knowledgeable employees, and above all, each member of Vimedimex Group is an integral part to the success of the entire group. An ambassador bringing Vimedimex Group brand closer to the customers and making it better for the community.